Hey friends, my name is Nina Johnson and I'm the owner of Well and Fit Nutrition Consulting, and I'm thrilled that you've decided to join us today to learn a little bit about an emerging science that certainly has changed my life and that of my clients. So let's get started. So we are made up of cells, about 200 different types of cells, as a matter of fact. Here in this slide, we have T cells and blood cells and epithelial cells, neurons in the lower right, some lung cells, and all of these have different functions, right? And in fact, every organ, every system in your body is made up of cells. The health of that organ and the related systems and their entire ability to metabolize, move information, detoxify, it's dependent on the health of the individual cells that serve them. And here's a really cool electron microscope picture. You've probably seen this online. It's colorized, so you can see on the left-hand side the extracellular matrix and these awesome little gatekeeper proteins in the cell membrane to let things in and out of the cell. Here's the mitochondria, and think of it, it's like a tiny little microscopic computer that's constantly exchanging information and chemicals to make you as healthy as possible. And in 1965, this Dr. Gerhard Michael, he first introduced the Roche biochemical pathway. And you can find this online too. It's like this massive flow chart, and it shows us how chemical activity can signal and trigger additional activity. So if you work with computers, you might understand this. In fact, here's a little cross section of it, a tiny little piece of it called the Krebs cycle, or the tricarboxylic acid cycle. And it shows the way it describes the way the body, the cell creates the currency called ATP. This is our energy that's produced in the cell. If you're an athlete, you understand the importance of this, but I wanted to just explain it in that way, that this is a flow chart that shows you when one chemical passes in, how it triggers the response. Everything we consume, everything we're exposed to, everything we eat, it causes a reaction in our cells, and that's good or bad, you guys. So we can elicit a good response or a bad response, and all nutrition protocols are designed to elicit or trigger a healthy response. So when I'm working with my clients, I'll want to have them avoid certain things and add certain things in order to achieve something called homeostasis, or balance within the cell and then the system. You see, your body, your cells are constantly upregulating and downregulating things. So expression of genes can be increased if it's in a healthy manner, or decreased for those things that we don't want expressed. But the body is doing this all the time, whether we're aware of it or not, in response to external and internal condition changes. And what causes the imbalance in the cell? Well, something you might be familiar with. Free radicals. Too many free radicals can cause free radical toxicity or oxidative stress. And this is the cornerstone of most diseases that we consider diseases of aging. So these are produced naturally. Understand that free radicals are the result of metabolism, this exchanging of electrons in the cell, but too many of them, and that's when we have problems. And why do we get too many of these? Well, challenges in our diet, in our environment, all of these things can produce too many toxins in the cell for the body to contend with. And this is the result. The result is free radical toxicity or oxidative stress. The food we eat, the standard American diet or the SAD diet, certainly contributes. The water we drink that has, unfortunately, chemicals within it and toxins, and the air we breathe, all the things, guys. Even too little or too much exercise can cause biological byproducts that the cell has to contend with. Even the medications we take to heal illness need to be metabolized by the cell and can result in additional free radical toxicity. So remember, all the organ systems in the body are dependent on the health of the cells. And when that certain cell types actually are more prone to oxidative stress because they metabolize at a faster rate or a more active rate. These are active cell types. And so our neurons, liver cells, heart cells, immune cells, skin cells, anything that is metabolizing at a rapid pace, activity is increased in these cells, are prone to oxidative stress. So what happens when we have untreated oxidative stress? Well, you'll see the expression in any number of cell types and systems, right? So from skin aging to cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, immune system, all of the systems are affected by uncontrolled oxidative stress. I encourage you at this juncture to go to pubmed.gov and type in oxidative stress and anything you might find of interest to you and your family, and see what there are hundreds of thousands of studies that point to oxidative stress as being the cornerstone of these disease processes. And the solution is something that we all hear about as well, antioxidants, but there are two types. One are direct antioxidants. These are the ones we take in through diet and supplementation. These neutralize a free radical by donating an electron to them, stabilizing that free radical. But it does require healthy digestion and assimilation in order for that to be productive. There is also another category of antioxidant called indirect antioxidants. These are made in your body, and they activate cellular defense mechanisms that protect your cells from oxidative stress. They do it by stimulating the production of innate antioxidants, and these are millions of times more powerful than the ones we can take in through diet alone. And I'll share that with you again in a minute. But first, I want to introduce you to Dr. Joe McCord. Now, Dr. Joe McCord is an award-winning biochemist, and he's considered the pioneer in redox or antioxidant theory. Redox is just a fancy way of talking about the exchange of electrons and the effects on the system. He's attributed with the discovery of something called superoxide dismutase, or SOD, which is one of those super powerful innate antioxidants. In fact, he was given the Elliott Crescent Medal in 1996 for discovering the biology of free radical reactions. So in search of a natural way to activate superoxide dismutase, Dr. McCord and his team discovered that they could activate something called the Nrf2 pathway, which doesn't just activate SOD. And I'll share that with you in a minute, because in 2003, he became our first chief science officer with LifeVantage for his discovery of Protandem Nrf2 Synergizer, which is proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in the first 30 days. And it supports the natural cellular repair and rejuvenation by not just stimulating the production of SOD, but of catalase and glutathione peroxidase as well. And in fact, one study showed, this is a study that was supported by the National Institute on Aging, increased the lifespan of male mice by 7%. It's all natural, you guys. It's a proprietary blend of all natural ingredients that does this amazing thing. And just to remind you, we talked about direct antioxidants. They donate one electron to one free radical, and then they sacrifice themselves in the process. So you couldn't eat enough healthy food or supplements, especially in today's society, to quench all the trillions of free radicals you have circulating in your body at any given time. And one Protandem a day produces this positive effect by stimulating these antioxidants, these indirect antioxidants. And you guys, one of these antioxidant molecules quenches 1 million free radicals every second of every day. So you can imagine that that is a much more efficient way of going about reducing oxidative stress. And in fact, it was so powerful that ABC News in 2005 went to Dr. McCord's studio, laboratory, and they did an interview, and I encourage you to watch it if you've not seen it yet. It's the ABC News Protandem. You can find it on YouTube, and it aired only once, and I wonder why that is, but it's pretty remarkable to see that John Quinones' oxidative stress was reduced by 45% in just 2 weeks. So it was very impressive. So we also have a ton of third-party validation. These are peer-reviewed studies, 32 peer-reviewed studies to be exact. You can also find these on pubmed.gov if you enter Protandem, and you'll see these. They're published in all of these journals. These are organizations that have spent their own money to study our efficacy in a wide range of circumstances. In fact, I would encourage you also to check out the American Heart Association studies that will be on PubMed.gov. We have 7 U.S. patents and multiple international patents for the reduction of oxidative stress and inflammation in mammals, and you can search them by number if you want some more in detail. LifeVantage took that cellular activating technology that was pioneered by Dr. McCord, and we have infused it into a whole host of products. In fact, I could go on and on about our anti-aging Protandim line, but right now I want to focus on something very exciting. Our newest breakthrough in activation, our True Science Liquid Collagen. It's not like any other collagen. It doesn't just replenish what's missing. It activates the cell just like our initial technology did, and maintains collagen levels in the body. In fact, why would we want liquid? Well, because large collagen protein pieces are difficult to digest. They need to be broken down by a healthy system. So in a good, healthy individual, in a good, healthy system, you might get 10 to 30% absorption on these large collagen particles. But our True Science Liquid Collagen is hydrolyzed, which means it's broken down into smaller pieces, making it more bioavailable, easier for your body to absorb and utilize. So these are water soluble, and powdered collagen is not. And as a result, 90% of our collagen is absorbed into the system. What's inside? Well, it's marine collagen, which is the most broad and easily absorbable collagen, as well as a ruby quinoa extract, proprietary citrus blend, and a delicious flavor. It's especially good from the refrigerator, I must say. But a cell culture just on the ruby quinoa extract revealed an increased activation of SOD by 27 times. Can you imagine that? So remember I talked earlier about upregulating and downregulating, upregulating good things and downregulating bad things. Well, just one of our ingredients upregulated the epidermal or the skin barrier structure genes, upregulated the genes that provide instructions on how to make parts of the type 1 collagen by 43%, and downregulated the activity of the gene that produces enzymes that degrade collagen. And that's just one of the ingredients. I've got to show you this picture. If you've not seen these before and afters, please ask the person that shared this with you to share with you more, because it really is impressive what just even months on our product has done. And it's not just on the outside. If you can imagine on the outside what's going on your inside, right? A healthy collagen absorption and utilization can promote everything from gut health to your mood support and brain health. So it's a lot more than that. And I'll tell you, we did an 8-week clinical trial, and the thing that impressed me the most was that it increased catalase, remember, another innate antioxidant, by 202% on its own. And that's our collagen by itself. And it's because of this cool little cell. Remember, all the 200 types of cells, all of them have their own job. Well, this is a fibroblast. Now, fibroblasts are responsible for creating and secreting collagen. When I showed you that electron microscope cell, and I said the left-hand side was the extracellular matrix, well, the fibroblasts will go and absorb ingredients from there and then secrete collagen and other proteins that form the structural framework of our tissues, like skin and tendons and our ligaments. And fibroblasts are also responsible for repairing tissue. They're essential for wound healing and tissue repair and even remodeling. And they also, you guys, they're cell signalers. So fibroblast cells communicate with other cells in the body, releasing this molecule called cytokines and growth factors. And these molecules help coordinate the other physiological processes, including inflammation and tissue remodeling within the cell. So they produce collagen and other proteins, they repair tissue, and they tell other cells and systems how to respond in the case of need or injury. So but they are subject to oxidative stress like any other cell. And when they're compromised, you guys, you'll see that collagen production will slow down, can lead to a breakdown in structure. Can you imagine? Without collagen, you guys, without fibroblasts, we'd kind of be like a lump. We wouldn't have any physical structure. And think of this too, these fibroblasts are so communicative with other cells. When that signaling is decreased, your whole system could be impaired, and it would be difficult to identify the source of that. And then the body will take on additional oxidative stress due to the lack of cell signaling. And that's pretty impressive, isn't it? So we wanted to do a study. We wanted to do a new study to decide. So if fibroblasts are in fact subject to oxidative stress, we wanted to know if we took the Nrf2 and the collagen together, what would the results be? Well, we're not disappointed, but we were a little bit surprised because it in fact shares, validates, and confirms all the things that we knew already about Nrf2 and our collagen individually. But the combination activated additional cell pathways, upregulating the good things and downregulating others, helping the cells respond to stress in a healthy, balanced way, significantly downregulating the unwanted pro-inflammatory cytokines. That is huge, guys, and preventing the innate immune response from overstimulation, which positively impacts the whole body and impacts the connective tissue health. So that is so fun. You can get involved by ordering our Healthy Glow Essential Stack, which is just these 2 remarkable, well-studied products. Or if you'd like to go a little farther, we have something exciting called our Tri-Synergizer, which doesn't just affect our Nrf2 pathway, but also mitochondrial health and the NAD pathway. But I'll talk about that at another presentation. But if you're interested, we'd love for you to join us. LifeVantage is eager to partner with you. We offer great compensation to those who are excited about the results of the study and to share it with others. So talk to the person that invited you or contact me at the link below. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate that you've shared it with me. I hope that it's been interesting, and I look forward to talking with you soon.